Hello, it's Empress LuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thanks to those that already do. If you like exclusive content, check out my Patreon and the member section here on YouTube. This particular reading is Astro and Tarot. I already spoke on this relationship, but I want to dive deeper. One of you guys left the comment on the last video I did about them that the ex wrote a song, which is Party, wrote a song, and people are insinuating that song is about Meg. And I believe there was something around an ex energy in that reading, and boom, what do you know? Something, he drops that song. I like it, but it was I don't know. It was interesting timing. Now, as for Klay, this is loosely based because I'm not 100% sure of what their time of birth is, but I like Klay. He's corny, cute. I won't even say corny. He reminds me of Sierra's husband, Russell. So I would hope this will work. Everyone deserves to have their Russell. So Klay, excuse me, he's actually an Aquarius too. So I was shocked when I saw that. His birthday's February 8th, 1990 in Los Angeles. Them Aquarius, they are very non-conventional. So two Aquarius are dating each other. We know she's an Aquarius. And he's Caucasian and Bahamian. Interesting mix. I love Bahamians. I won't even say that's an interesting mix. I've met some mixed Bahamians, I believe. But I was curious. I was like, what is his nationality? He's cute. I will say that. He's an Aquarius. His moon or ascendant sign, I'm not 100% sure because I don't have exact birth time. Megan, she's an Aquarius. She's February 15th, 1995. He's 1990. She's born in San Antonio, Texas. So her ascendant is more than likely a Taurus rising because that's been confirmed online in interviews and chart research. So I'm going to stick with her being a Taurus rising. Her moon is possibly a Leo moon or around that. Venus is in Capricorn. Who did I just do that's a Capricorn Venus? It's what Travis Hunter's wife. Mars retrograde in Leo. So that's conjunct her Leo moon. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. Both signs, sun signs being in Aquarius, that's interesting. This means both would be wired for independence, rebellion, being original, embracing the unconventional. I know a lot of Aquarius placements, and specifically with the men, they like their options open. For example, Blueface. But they're also, I think this is a good match as far as minds, because Aquarius placements are usually very smart. Their minds move fast, ideas flow freely, and they would share like humanitarian, creative impulses that could form a deep bond. Though both would demand mental freedom to roam. Both would need freedom. Now, the Aquarius sun meets the Leo moon versus Mars energy. I can't fully map what Klay's moon or Mars is, but with Megan's moon possibly being Leo and Mars, it's giving bold, dramatic, performer energy. Will want expressive affection and emotional warmth, while if Klay's moon falls in like more of a reserve, a sensitive sign, that dynamic might either fascinate or feel too intense for him, depending on what that placement would be. Now, or also just depending on how aligned their emotional modes are. Now, grounding energy versus, she's a Taurus rising versus I don't know what his rising sign is. So with Taurus ascendant, which is Megan's, this will stabilize her social persona. It will make her sensual, steady, and very luxury rooted. While with his risings unknown, she may appear solid and earthy to him, potentially offer him the grounded energy he would seek, even if he doesn't offset it astrologically, because I don't know his placements. Now, with Meg's Venus being in Capricorn, she values long-term structure and achievement in love. She will be drawn to partners who are stable, got that money, can provide. Klay, if he has any Capricorn or Saturn sign prominence, their love language would click. Otherwise, her serious romantic vibe might slightly dampen his Aquarian vantage point. Mars and Leo, for her, that's all about decisive, dramatic passions. So this is big, bold, and commanding energy. And with the retrograde, that adds a layer of internalized energy towards her chart. Now, Klay's own Mars placement is unknown, but if he has fire in a chart, they would ignite. It'll be a mutual ambition, or bump heads. So, but with both beings Aquarius suns, they might definitely bounce ideas or creative projects off of each other. I do have some warning sign: freedom versus affection. Both are Aquarius at heart, so both will crave anatomy. But with Megan's Moon, Mars, and Leo, she would want emotional applause. Like she would want the emotional attention she would want to feel celebrated by your emotions. So if he's more reserved emotionally, she may feel starved for attention. Now, serious love versus light play. With her Venus in Capricorn, she would seek structure. That's what she would need. Aquarius sun prefer keeping things playful and unconventional, though. So that's interesting. She's kind of all over the place. Without Klay's birth time, moon and rising sign, I'm just speculating. But I see deep emotional synergy here or friction depending heavily on his placements. I, they speak each other's mental language. I'll say that. If they collaborate, the energy would definitely be electric. Challenges would be Megan's Leo. That Leo energy, that emotional core and serious love language might not always jive with Klay's personality. So they could possibly have an emotional mismatch, which may surface if affection needs like attention. I'm getting she would be more flamboyant in her drive versus him. He may be more laid back. This relationship partnership would get a lot of attention, but it may be mismatched when it comes to needs for affection or structure. That's where they would have issues, especially with Megan's Capricorn love style. Based on the synastry alone, they might actually have a nice little vibe, especially mentally. But the emotional glue, what's going to keep them together, is kind of shaky. And it's partially because I don't know his time of birth, his whole chart. Um, what works in their favor is both of them have the same sun sign. So they'll get each other intellectually. So the conversations will be stimulating. They will definitely bond. And they also will respect each other's space because they will be mirroring each other. And there's the energy around shared fame, independence, and hustle. So neither probably won't be too clingy. They could be the power couple who doesn't need to text each other 24/7 and still trust each other. But here's where it may break. With Megan's Leo moon and Mars, she needs fire. She needs, I want to say she needs a hot boy, but she needs admiration, affection, showy love. So if he's emotionally distant, as typical Aquarius placements can be, she will feel unseen. So with her Venus in Capricorn, she wants, at the end of the day, she wants long-term loyalty and maturity. So Klay, what if he's too laid back or avoidant? Especially if he leans more into the typical Aquarian detachment type of vibes. So that would be crucial. If his moon is in a water or earth sign, maybe. But if it's an air or fire, he could be too emotionally dry for Megan's Leo flair. Will they last long term? I'm gonna say not likely without a deep emotional effort. They do have a potential as a high profile fling, possibly collaborating on creative things or just vibing, but not putting a label on it and still being cool in that way. But unless Klay has like a serious Capricorn, Taurus, or Cancer placement in his chart, which will stabilize and ground her, the spark will fizzle once that new type of vibe wears off. So I like the mental connection, the emotional compatibility. I'm not really seeing much there, but I mean, in his defense, I don't really have his whole chart. Long-term potential is possible, but it will require emotional work. Most likely outcome, I'm gonna say this feels like a very fun connection. Potentially just short-term public romance, but cool off. It could cool off if it goes deeper, but if deeper needs do not be met, it will end. I did pull tarot cards too. I have the Lovers reverse, the Moon, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands was reversed. So for me, the Lovers reverse, there's attraction here, but it's not fully aligned. The Lovers reverse will sometimes be a relationship based on codependency, or maybe they're on different pages emotionally. One wants more depth while the other prefers freedom. The Moon, that's what's hidden: uncertainty, illusions, or hidden emotions. So one or both might be unclear about what they truly want. So this could it kind of give me situationship energy or fear of commitment or early stages. Clay's energy was clarified by the King of Swords. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So very detached but logical, keeps his feelings close to his chest. He would like control, especially of his emotions, and he might be seen as emotionally unavailable. Megan's energy showed up as the Queen of Wands. Typically, that's a Leo, Aries, Sag, sometimes a Pisces. But she does have that Leo, Mars, that fire in her chart. So this is showing her as fiery, passion, charming, her wanting to be seen, adored, and deeply connected. She's not here for lukewarm love. She wants like the real thing, heat and loyalty. Then I have Nine of Wands reverse. So this gives me hot and cold vibes. Like the passion may feel as fast as the relationship started if there's no follow through. So there's a potential for ghosting, disappearing acts, or emotional burnout here. So the longevity, I don't know. I mean, mentally, they're gonna do good there. Late night combos, I can see that. But emotionally, it could get rocky. Lovers reverse gave me misalignment. The moon gives me unclear intentions or mixed emotions. And Klay as the King of Swords, logical but emotionally distant. And also him having authoritative energy. Megan, and you know, I will say Queen of Wands typically shows up and sometimes it's the other woman. So does somebody have other options? Nine of Wands, this could start hot and fizz out quick. I will say that. So the chemistry is real, but unless Klay opens up and meets Megan emotionally, this may be more just headlined and happily ever after. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more celeb synastry and tarot deep dives. Bye.